repeat, and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I can show you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bringing out the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, don't come in late. You know we love it the same for stage.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I'm one of 3 hosts today, Christian Cortez, joined always by...
Hi, I'm Michael Zapsik, and sitting to my right is the effervescent and, damn, if I can't shut him up,
Jack Welsh.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
It's good to have you. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
You know, everybody knows that Jack is our most requested guest on this show. Everybody knows they love his discussions. He's quite a knowledgeable cat. It's always a pleasure to have you, man.
Thank you for having me.
How's you guys have had quite a week.
it's been a week, yeah. Joe Rogan canceled on us tonight.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, it's really funny because there are kids like right huddled at the front door. Because they're like,
they were waiting on him?
They're like, oh my God, what, you guys doing a podcast tonight? Who's on it? I'm like, well, Joe Rogan, Bill Morgan, Elon Musk,
Bill Burr.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch, and they're up there like looking through, and that's why I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not just
it's like
saluting you,
get
folks.
away.
That's like, see ya.
Joe won't come out until the kids go away.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, Joe, run! They're still here. So, and we were just fucking with them, so it was great.
What's going on, everybody? Good evening, Beth, and good evening, Anthony. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash.
So this past weekend, Jack and I went to Collingwood.
Collingswood Flea Market.
We went to Collingwood.
Collingwood Flea
not
Market.
Collingswood.
Okay, it depends. Like I had friends call it either or because I used to live very close to there.
Can you pull it up?
I know what it actually is. Okay,
It's Collingwood. Yeah, a lot of people
you
call
feel
it.
better.
Hey, I called it Collingswood forever. So yeah, I'm like, oh my God, because how many times I got like bitch slapped by people? It's Collingwood. I'm like, oh,
so you're just passing along the general
the
the next generation. It's Collingwood.
Passing along the.
So
bitch
next time
slapping.
one of my friends fucks it up, I'll just it's Collingwood.
That's not Collingswood. Now you're just reinforcing the lie. All right. So yeah, we went to Collingwood. We had I just bought a collection, and we made up grab bags.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was like overflow. So we were charging $5 and we got there at 7:30, and did we have fun?
We did.
I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, I mean, well, Chris, when was the last time you went to Collingswood?
Ooh.
Collingwood.
Collingwood.
I was gonna be
It's like our secret word.
Yeah.
We have to
Secret
scream
word.
real loud. Oh man, it's probably been like 5 or 6 years
Oh, really? Wow.
pre-pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
because
So,
I mean, I used to go there because when my brother and I were much younger, when we would build puppets, we used to go buy foam from the foam guy that used to set up shop.
foam
oh
guy,
my
of course.
God. Yeah.
So we would go buy mattress foam from him and like little sheets to build characters, one of which we still have to this day. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
I used to love going there because like there was also the model car shop.
oh yeah.
There was a comic book guy in there for a little while.
Mhm.
Is
There was Dennis, the magazine guy,
okay.
and you go in there and everything's like bent over. All the comics were bent. You'd have and this fucked me up. He was one of the very first comic shops that I ever went to, like a comic book shop.
Mhm.
This predates, and I mean, this predates like Fantasy Zone over here, or even the hobby shop out in Matawan.
Mm.
But there was Dennis the comic guy, and he would put up boarded and bagged books that you knew they were special, and because they were boarded and bagged on his wall, and he put a push pin, one of those push pins, not just through the bag and board, but through the fucking comic book.
Book.
So I'm like, oh my God. So, he's like asking $100 for this book.
Thanks,
And
I
you're like,
hate it.
yeah, you're like, son of a bitch. You get
Yeah.
home, you're like, you take it out, and you're like, there's a hole through it. And
And
yeah.
you're just infuriated. 'Cause
Yeah,
You're just like,
'cause
why would you do that?
I mowed lawns for 3 months to buy that fucking book.
To buy it at Collinwood.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he always have his shop in Collingwood?
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
yeah. I mean, I'm going back to when I was like 10 years old. So,
Oh,
yeah,
no
he
kidding.
was there forever.
Wow.
I did like going there when I was younger too, because I just loved the variety of different things. Because like you go to a mall, there's like a certain expectation of like what you're gonna see there.
Quality.
But yeah,
There's a
but when you
certain
go to, but
expectation
when you
of
go, but when
quality.
you go to the flea market, like
Oh my God, yes.
all bets are off. Like
Yeah.
you,
Oh, yeah.
can,
Yeah.
You can buy porn.
you can walk
You
past something you are not supposed to see.
Yeah, you can walk by, you see porn, you see like a pig fetus floating in formaldehyde. I mean,
It's a magical place.
Well, in a way, yeah. I mean, fucking Merlin goes there and he picks up shit to cast spells. So yeah, and I mean, it's
I like the idea that Merlin, the legendary warlock wizard, is hiding somewhere in New Jersey and has to go to Collingwood to pick up
Yeah.
his materials.
that would be awesome. Like, I need photos.
That alone is a comic book.
That's yeah.
Merlin's magic shop is in Collingwood
Yeah.
Flea Market,
Merlin's mystical shop of bullshit. That's
and he calls it just that.
yeah,
And
this is Merlin's mystical shop of bullshit. And you're like, do you have a square basketball? He's like, I have 3.
sure, but be careful;
Yeah,
it'll
exactly.
curse your soul.
Exactly. It will take possession of you.
I like that he has a square basketball
Yeah,
that
square
can
basketball.
possess your soul.
It's got like the soul of Larry Bird in there. It's like, oh, let me out. You're like, what the fuck? I just wanted a square basketball.
Oh my god. It's I like the energy of this. Like I'm tabling that because copyright live from the secret stash.
Damn
That's an
straight, yes.
animated show.
There we go.
We're
It should be.
gonna develop
Fuck
that.
yeah, that would be
Freaking-
awesome.
Like,
There's just
a
like-
kid's looking for a job and he gets a job at Merlin's magic shop of bullshit in Collingwood
Yeah.
Flea Market.
And can you imagine? Oh, that would just like the fucking scumbag. I'll give you a scab and 7 buttons for that Eye of Newton. Like, all right,
All right,
take
cool.
it, sure, whatever.
Meanwhile, he's low key training this kid to be the next
Yeah.
great wizard or
Yeah,
warlock.
yes, he's or Arthur. He's like, it's the second coming of Arthur. He will unite the Britons, and he's like, no, he won't. He fucking pushes a broom down in Merlin's mystical shop of bullshit.
I like the idea that it could start off like all epic and like 80s high fantasy, where it's like in the beginning, Merlin was this epic wizard who helped humanity. And where is he now? Hiding in Collingwood Flea Market. No one will find him.
And like driving by, you see this fucking Bentley driven by like a chauffeur, and Morgan Le Fay is like looking out the windows, like, it smells like shit around here. I'm driving by the flea market. It's like, yeah, and it's just because there are power lines at the market. For those of you who have never been, it runs through the marketplace. The power lines,
And
and,
then-
you're like, while you're standing there selling your wares, you're getting cancer.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, oh my god, I am.
Your probability of cancer has increased. But I mean, if you also want to spin it positively, maybe superpowers. We've seen these comic books. You never know. The 1 in a million chance.
Yes, I would love that, but it hasn't happened yet. I mean, somebody died in the Porta-John about 5-10 years ago. So yeah, there was like somebody
Collingwood?
died at Collingwood. I was telling you.
Yes.
Yes, I was
You're
telling
right.
you about
The
it.
one I was in.
Yeah, the one you went to. That was awesome.
Merlin's
I'm sure they-
mystical mall of bullshit. I
Yeah.
like it. I'm digging it. But remember, guys, copyright
Copyright
live
here.
from the secret
Yes.
stash.
So, that would be awesome. So we went there, and so we get there, and we're putting out our wares, which are just books in bags. That they're plastic bags that we have, and we're not allowed to use these plastic bags. You're not allowed to give them away with merchandise in them. But
Mhm.
at the Dirt Mall, there are no rules. So we took our excess bags and we filled them with comics and we tied them up. And you can't look inside because they're grab
It's a
bags.
surprise.
Yes, surprise! And we guaranteed like there's at least $25 worth of.
Knowing you, like those were probably some dope grab bags.
Jack, what did I tell you when Jack was making up the grab bags? And I'm very proud of him for it. What did I tell you? What was your raison d'etre?
If you are a fan of comics and you're to go in a comic shop, like what would you like? What would you pick off the wall? Like what would
Grab a
just
grab bag.
as a comic fan? What would spark your interest?
Yeah.
What would make you happy?
What would you be happy with if you got a grab bag for $5?
Yeah,
I like that.
that was
that's
the
what-
goal for each bag. Yeah.
Is there another trip in the future? Are we thinking?
Oh
or-
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And I wanted to know if you wanted to come.
I would
the
love to.
podcast.
I was on set that weekend.
That's okay.
I
I did not know that. But so anyway, we're there. And so we set up our wares and there's this charming guy across the way from us. And there's another charming guy down the other way.
question for you because
Yes.
I think you'll know what this might actually mean. Actually charming or Collingwood charming?
No, he was actually
you-
there was one who was actually charming. There was one Collingwood charming.
Yes.
Now, the
I
actual
like how
charming
you
guy-
both know what exactly I mean.
There was the actual charming was the guy across from us. He's sitting there. He's got he's just selling random
Like doing this for 25 years,
random
goes there
bullshit,
every
and it's
weekend.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's
He's probably Merlin.
actually he would be great Merlin.
Yeah.
He's like redneck Merlin, like yeehaw, abracadabra. So
You know what? Yes, I like this continuity of Merlin.
you know,
Merlin's been in the U.S. for so long that he lost the British accent and adopted a
and
fucking
he's
country
got like
accent.
one blacked out tooth over it.
And the
Yeehaw!
best part is that he got it in New Jersey.
Yes, fucking A. And we've got
Oh my
fucking.
God.
There's no redneck like a New Jersey redneck.
Oh, it's the special
Absolutely
kind.
not. Holy shit, they're
Ugh.
a special. It's like Appalachia. No, not even close.
I come from Seaside Heights.
Yeah, I saved my money up to go to Kingsburg. Yeah.
And
So
ride the
this-
little cone operated train ride. I had to duck on the roller coaster.
I done did it.
I done
He's
did
mine.
it.
So anyway, he was being we're just like having fun. We're
Yeah.
actually having fun. And this guy comes up and he's like, "What do you got?" And by the way, so I forgot to bring something to write on.
Mm.
So the only thing in my the trunk of my car, I had pee pads for when my dog was
Training.
getting old.
Oh.
Yeah, she was when Cassie was like, unfortunately, getting really old. She couldn't hold her bladder, so we had pee pads everywhere. So I had a pee pad in the trunk of my car because why the fuck wouldn't I? Because Jersey. So I write on there comic grab bags. $5 on pee pad on the white part, and it actually is looking great, right?
It did.
You're
It
like,
did.
you're like, oh, it fits right
No,
in.
we were blending.
Oh,
We
oh
were
my
blending
God.
in really
We were
well.
like-
Where'd you get that sign?
Some guy come up to me, he's like, "Daddy," I'm like, "No,
No,
no," and he's
Merlin's over there.
no, I'm like, "Dude, you're like 20 years older than me." No, you're daddy. So, so I write on there, and this guy
Rancho
comes up.
Papa neither.
So we've got the whole table covered with these black bags, and right in the middle of the black bags is our keypad that says "comic grab bags, $5."
So for all people, so these bags were like not see-through black. They were surprised.
They were surprised.
They were surprised, yeah.
Not see
So if I were to walk up to it, I'd not only see a sign where someone just wrote on a pee pad,
Yes.
free comic books,
no, not free comic books.
$5 grab bags.
Right.
I then see a table spread of these black bags
Oh,
that
yeah.
are probably about yay tall. And I was wondering, are you trying to sell me dog shit? Surprised?
No, because we guarantee. I mean, you walk away, you come back, and you're like, there was only $19.99.
You see what I'm seeing, though, right?
Of course, but it's,
But
no,
I know.
no. I mean, they're square bags.
Okay.
I mean, they look
Square
like
shit
should
because
be,
of Merlin.
Yeah, because why the fuck not?
Why not?
Yeah.
But no, I get it. Okay. That's honestly,
So-
that does sound like a fun
So this
time.
guy comes up to us, and he's got an army retired hat on,
Uh-oh.
and he's like, He's like, boys, what are you doing? He's like, what's in here? I'm like, they're comics. Like, as the P-pad says, it says comics. Comic grab bags, $5 a piece. He's like, no, this won't do. He's like, no. He's like, no. He's like, no, this isn't right. He's like, you got to see what you're selling, son. You got to see. I'm like, no, you really don't. It said they're grab bags. So
Did he not understand the term grab bag? Like, is that like a new
what
thing?
we're getting to. He's like, no, I sell coins from time to time. And I'm like, that's awesome. Good for you. Congratulations. And, your parents must be proud. So
They're dead.
he's like, you understand what I'm saying? You can't see through the bags. I'm like, I know that's
the surprise.
yes. There's it. He's like, but how do I know what I'm getting? I'm like,
Exactly.
yes. And he's like, I've been selling on and off for 30 years. And I'm like, happy anniversary.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like, this won't do. I'm like, well, sir, if you don't want to buy one, I understand.
Please move on.
But yes, now you are sucking the oxygen out of this entire field. Thank you very much. And so he's like, no, you don't say no. This you have to take them out of the bags. I'm like, no. I said, buy all the bags, take them out and sell them yourself if you were so inclined. But the way I sell them, and I looked at him and I said, I've been selling comics longer than you've been born. The longer you've been alive. And which is
Not true. I like that Merlin logic.
yes. So he's just like, he wanted to, he's like, hey, you know what? Good luck. If it works, God bless you. But I don't see it working. I'm like, well, okay.
Would you say that this guy was on the verge of going full Don Knotts? Or did he
went full fucking.
Yeah.
You don't understand, Andy. They were selling grab bags, and I couldn't see what was in them.
Listen, when I know Zap can confirm it for sure, but Jack was the first to even jump up and be like, yes, yeah, full Don Knotts. Fuck.
Well, and just to point out, though, like this was maybe not even 10 minutes of us getting there and setting up the table.
So it's like 7:45 in the morning.
It's literally, it's like literally.
7.
Sir, I haven't even had my fucking coffee yet.
All we literally did, Christian, was we got there at 7:30. Me and Mike get there and we're like, let's just find a table. We take a 2-minute walk, find our table. We bring our cars, park it right behind our table. Again, 5 minutes it took us. And as soon as we started laying them on the table, he just comes right up to us. But he actually said, he was like, so do I even have to ask what's in here? Do you remember that? He's like, so do I even have to ask you guys what's in here? And then he went on about, oh, well, you can't see in the grab
But
bags.
it says it on the side.
And then Mike, you said something. I was rolling. He said something like, well, I've been selling something at my table and it's behind, there's something covering it and I just can't seem to sell it. So your guys are doing the same thing. Remember, you looked right at him and you're like, it's not selling because you're not at your table trying to sell it. What are you
You're
doing?
over here telling us how to sell our shit. I said, unless you got your wife/sister at the table selling for you, this ain't working.
Careful, Merlin's gonna tamper with your shit.
Yeah,
Go,
exactly.
go back to your table.
And he just kept staring at us. Like
He was
after
wandering
he was
around, and
wandering
he's
around.
He's like, and he's like trying to.
He's giving you that
and he's
stink eye.
He goes over to this other guy. He's like, let these guys. And I know he was talking about it because he kept pointing and pointing at us. So I'm like, we're famous, Jack. That's pretty fucking awesome. So
Nice.
he's like, no,
So this is what the big
these
time
guys.
looks like.
So yeah,
It's
I'm
being
like,
harassed by an old man.
of course, a bunch of old men. That is the big time. You know you've made it when
When I piss off the old people.
Oh yeah, it's great when they start shaking their fists at you.
Oh my God.
You know what? That's actually pretty damn accurate.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that then. Like, your movie's offensive. Exactly, bitch. It's gonna be great.
offensive to you, not to me,
Not to me.
not to my wallet. But we made some money.
We did.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I would imagine you did, because I've like knowing you guys as the way that you have pitched it. Those sounded like excellent grab bags. So I wouldn't be surprised if you did very well.
But we had one guy come over to us, and this was the Collingwood charming guy, and he was.
Oh, no.
I loved him. He was wearing a Superman shirt. He's like, You sell them. Comics? And I'm like, yeah, grab bags. He's like, you know what? If you'd gone to English Town, you'd have been sold out by now. It's fucking Collingswood. And
He's like, they're cheap as hell here.
Yeah,
He's like,
cheap cocksuckers, these pieces of shit. And he's going off on you. And there's a guy who's like, I just bought something from you. He's like, yeah, you underpaid for it, you motherfucker. And I was like, whoa. I'm like,
I
that's
like
awesome.
you.
I'm like, here. And I gave him a grab bag. I'm like, here, take a grab bag. I said, you take a grab bag. Because he went up to a table and he bought a Superman car. For how much, I have no idea. But he bought it. And he brought it back to his table and he put a new price on it.
Are you
I'm
serious?
Like, fuck yeah.
Did you just find the person you aspire to be in your old
Oh,
age?
fuck it. Well, yeah. Well, actually, no. I aspire to be me. Just older.
Even less of a fuck to give.
Even I don't think that that's possible, but yes.
Oh
So,
my god.
But that was awesome. And Jack, tell him.
well, even the guy that was directly across from us, remember what he gave us after
my
he
God,
left? So after the dude walks away, and the guy across from us, like, he heard everything. Like, honestly,
and he was laughing.
he was laughing. Like, the table next to us, across from us, and even to our right, like,
All
everyone
heard
was
everything.
watching everything. So the guy in front of us, he comes to me and Mike with like a stack of with eviction papers.
Yeah, orange. It said,
Orange.
notice to vacate. Like a stack of these orange notice to vacate. He's like, get these out. I'm like, I'm gonna. Thank you.
When someone like you have like intense eye contact, like Jack, like how are you? How are you? And then you're just like, what's this? Oh, it's an eviction letter. Go away.
Yeah.
I want to be that kind of old man where it's like I don't give necessarily a fuck, and I'm having fun in the conversation, but please go away. I'm trying to sell some stuff. I'm trying to sell some model trains here.
Do you remember the dude to our left, and the guy who asked us for change?
Yes.
So at one point when I was left at the table and you were doing your lap around, I'm watching him, and there's this. I'm telling you, this guy had to be like 135 years old. He literally looked like the creature from the Black Lagoon. He was trying to buy this 20-foot piece of rope, and the dude, he's like, yeah, I think I just need like $3 for that. For some reason, the older guy started snapping at him. He's like, you let me finish talking now before you start giving me prices. And I'm just watching it like, wow, like this, like over $3 rope. And then the dude ended up just saying, all right, $1 for the rope. And then, dude switched up so quick. He's like, oh, awesome. Great. I'll take the rope. But it was just, and by the way,
It's that switch.
It's that
It's
switch.
how people can just turn it on and off, but like that intensely is just immaculate to watch sometimes because
So
you
much
think
fun.
like, oh my god, that dude's gonna just keel over from a heart attack. Oh, he turned into kind old grandpa. Where did the old man that I was afraid of go?
Oh, speaking of grandpa, remember that dude I said looked like Grandpa Munster?
Yes.
He looked like fucking Grandpa Munster. He had the like that.
He had that Al Lewis look.
He had the Al Lewis look, and he was wandering around. And now I wore I wore a denim jacket. It was and it started to get warm, so I took it off. But he was in like a zip up. A zip up.
He was
wearing
in a
like
tracksuit.
fucking speed suit. No, it was a zip up speed suit. And there was also this guy wandering around, the Russian. He was a Russian, and he brought his girlfriend. He's like, put on prettiest tracksuit. We're going to Collingwood. I'm taking you out to buy you something pretty. And it was like, holy fuck. It was.
We're going to the mall. Oh, we are?
It was seriously
not the mall you think.
like every time you turn your head, it was just something new, like something bizarre.
Oh, you
fucked
see
up.
characters there, man.
Oh,
it
my
really is.
You see characters there. You know, I am overdue for a trip. Just like it was even if it was just like a museum type trip. I don't even go get anything. Just to walk around.
No, we should podcast there. We should podcast and sell.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, we have a comment from Josh Mundell. He wants to know, I just purchased a New Mutants 9.4 for $425. Good purchase? First Deadpool.
I know it's first Deadpool.
I shouldn't have even said it. I should have
Yeah, and Josh, why did you even say it? You know I know that's the first Deadpool. I don't know. Good. Yes. Yes, it was a good purchase.
That's all he wanted to know. What's up, Jay Boyd? What's going on, everybody, for tuning in? Silver Knight Kyle said, okay, he said it right. So Collingwood, not a good place to sell some ass with how cheap they are, huh? And he's just laughing. I mean, you could probably find it for a good price there. You can find anything for a good price at Collingwood.
You can find
I
some
said
really
it
cool
again.
stuff at Collingwood.
You want a prostitute at Collingwood? My God, no. Why? Oh, all right. Well, sure.
It's called the Dirt Mall for
You'd
a
probably
reason,
find
Paul.
one in the porta potty.
You maybe.
Oh, no.
Nice. Yeah.
R.I.P.
There you go. Hey, Kyle, good for you. You can call it the syphilis mall. How about that?
Oh, this makes sense. Landfills from Collingswood. That's where it actually started. Merlin accidentally
God.
gave life to some trash.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, man. I feel like Landfill would love Collingwood, though. Like, that's where he'd get all his stuff. Like, that's where everything would
Landfill?
come.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Oh
like
my
that's
God.
like that's
Like
his
he goes
mall.
there and just like goes food shopping.
Literally, like he turns into a normal person there. He's like, yeah, I'll take that rope for $1.
Well, I mean, normal person in Collingwood normal.
Collingwood normal.
So yeah, that guy, the guy who bought the car and then put a new price tag on, he fucking sold that car to somebody, and then he's like, "Fuck you," and he like drove out of there like a bat out of hell.
You know damn well someone there has endless stories of that guy. Like there
Oh my
has
God,
to
yeah.
be, and I want to know him. Like that's why I'm like podcasting there would be so much fun.
So
I want to know these stories.
So we're sitting next to this one guy, and we had kind of parked this other guy in. I moved my car, and he's like, "That was really nice of you, thank you." I'm like, "Dude, we're neighbors, so yeah, you know." Just and I don't think they get a lot of courtesy down at Collingwood. At least not a shit ton, because the guy across the way from us, he was trying to put up this umbrella. So I went over and I helped him, and we put the umbrella up, and he's like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "Dude, it's
Yeah, of
we're
course.
across from each other for God's sakes, yeah." And I said, and plus you gave me the notice to evict, so that was awesome. And of course I'm like, duh. And he was just like, this place. He's like, I love doing this. I don't need the money. I do it to people watch and just to fuck
what
around.
a place to people watch.
Oh my God. Well, I'm like, Collingwood people watch, because there's a difference between people watching and Collingwood people watching.
There's the tourists, and then there's the regular.
Yeah, exactly.
Toy Story 6, Colin Woody, pull his string and he tells you to fuck off.
That's right. That's my favorite glory hole.
How much for the car? This table ain't big enough for the two of us.
Yeah.
Somebody poison the hot dog stand. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God, I'm in a very silly mood
Where's
today.
my favorite porn vendor?
Oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
we didn't even go inside. We were just like,
You were just outside
Yeah.
exclusively the
yeah,
whole
we're
time.
outside exclusively. Didn't even bother going inside. Didn't see the phone person. And when we made enough for us to go and have breakfast, I was like, we're done.
We're good.
We paid for our table. I'm not a cheap piece of shit. They came around and we gave the money, and so we made enough to buy us breakfast. And we went to have you ever been to the Roadside Diner?
It's still open?
It's still open.
Oh, awesome. I'd driven past there fairly recently, and I thought it was closed.
Well, if you pass by, well, you get up at like the crack of 5. So
It was early, dickhead.
they close at 4 p.m. So, and they're closed on, I think, Mondays.
I think so. Is the Collingwood food market called the Salmonella Sanctuary?
It could be.
It could be.
I haven't done that. There's a place inside. You were telling me about the sub sandwiches.
Yeah, I heard they have really good sandwiches there. Everyone's always raving about the sandwiches, the pickles. There's a
Pickle lady.
there was
There
it
used
peanuts?
to be the porn guy.
Used to be.
Used to be. He's gone now.
Yeah, they found him in the port.
My friend gets my friend's barber is actually in Collingwood in the building there.
Really?
That must mean that barber is dope.
Oh man. They call him Fady Phil.
How much you charge for a haircut? $350.
380.
330 or 350? 350. Okay.
Whatever. Is it okay if I give you cash?
350.
All right, good enough. Keep the change.
We have a stash question for you,
Yes.
Mike. Where are the unsigned copies of Yoga Hosers? Do you guys carry that?
I don't have any. No. Where are they?
You can probably get them on Amazon.
FYE? I don't know. We have signed.
We just do signed exclusively,
Yes.
boss. Oh man.
Yeah, most people unfortunately won't buy. I mean, you can get, and you can go down. Actually, you want to know where the unsigned copies of Yoga Hoses are?
They're in the DVD guy.
They're the DVD guy in Collingwood, right? Actually, that was Ronald. His name was Ronald.
You know, we're making a joke, but there probably are copies of Yoga Hosers there.
No doubt.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Remember that one guy? He's like, I like Alyssa Milano. Do you have any Alyssa
Oh
Milano?
my God! Yeah,
I'm like,
he was.
holy fuck.
Yeah, the dude across from us. He was to the table to our left, and we just hear him go like, "Yeah, you got any Melissa Milano?" Because he's like, I
love
can't.
Melissa Milano.
But he was like, I can't. Like he said, I can't play it on like my something. Some reason he said he had to buy Melissa Milano DVDs, and I think the dude that was selling at that table was like, oh yeah, I actually got like a couple. He had like one or two he pulled out.
If he ever resells them, never touch those boxes.
Seriously.
Collingwood, where the airborne STDs make a home. Jesus Christ, Kyle. I like the lore that he's coming up with as well, but the problem is that it's not far off.
Yeah, I know.
From-
No, you're cutting too close to the bone, man.
I'm like, you've been there, haven't you?
Yes, you've gotten an STD, haven't you, Kyle? Yes.
Oh man, even with all the nonsense we've been spewing, like
Syphilis night,
I still enjoy that place. Like again,
Oh my God, it was great, but first off, never going to eat there again.
no,
No, you don't eat there.
you didn't
And
eat that at
you
food
don't go
court.
up to
That's
the
called the Salmonella
hot
Sanctuary.
dogs. It's like the hot dog lady. Hot dogs.
Yeah, because
Oh,
somebody
God.
poisoned the hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano and Embrace the Vampires and much watch. Yeah, you guys can relay that info to the old man.
Yeah, sure.
You want to burn him a DVD and never see it again.
Yeah, right.
Tries to give it back to you a week later. It doesn't work.
Like sticking it off you.
He tries to hand it back to you. It sticks to your hand. Oh, I like this one. This one's actually my favorite. Collingwood, where the food bites back. Oh man. So,
Actually,
but like, you've done this a couple of times though.
I
Like
have.
this isn't like the first time you've done like a big.
No, actually, I've been going to, like I said, going to Collingwood since I'm like, my brothers used to bring me there. My father would never be caught dead.
Was it always in the
Collingwood.
same place, like that same building always, or did it like move over the years?
No, that was there was another place down on 34, further down that was called the fuck was it called? Peddler's Village.
Okay.
There was Peddler's Village, and it was all peddlers. And that place burned down, and a lot of the people moved over to Collingwood. And Collingwood's been there forever. And yeah, that building, I mean, for as long as I can remember, it was like that. I'd only been to Englishtown a couple of times as a kid, but Collingwood was the place we went. Collingwood, Peddler's Village. Like I said, my brothers would take me there. My father hated shit like that with a passion. There was a place in Red Bank over on Mechanic Street.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, you know where the new
Oh, it's been demoed then.
yes, where our old Fraudulent Studios was.
Okay.
Where Fraudulent Studios was, there was a big space, and back there it was called Irv's Big Wheel, and it was only there for like a year or two, but it was like a flea market, and they had Irv would spin the wheel, and you could
Get
do
something.
something. Yeah,
I like
it was
that.
really funky.
See, like that's not far off from a grab bag situation. to
Yeah,
me
pretty
either.
much. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't get where this old man has so much hostility for it. He must have gotten a fucked up one.
He got a fucked up grab bag one time. You know, I bought a porn grab bag one time, and
all it had was Alyssa Milano.
She's not a porn actress. How dare you?
That's why he's so.
It was softcore. Softcore, I tell you. So you're like, holy fuck, dude. Look, I don't want to argue porn with you, but God, if you're getting your porn in a grab bag, you deserve what you get.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's canon to me now. Like I'm just gonna, like that's why he's so angry.
Yeah.
And the reason that guy has such a vast Alyssa Milano collection is because
I know a present for my wife.
Because that guy sold it to him because he was like, "Fuck this! It ruined it for me."
I have so many dysfunctions. Like, all right, guy.
And the disc player don't even fucking work.
I hate my life. The army won't take me back.
Oh shit! Oh fuck, that's so good. Oh man. Oh, Colin, we definitely have to make this animated show now.
We do, yes.
Oh,
we
man.
did. Merlin's mystical
Store of bullshit.
shop.
Merlin's mystical bullshit emporium.
There you go. Perfect. And there is one guy inside there.
Mm-hmm.
He's never open. Never. It's over by the by Collingwood Comics, and it's huge. It's a huge space, and it looks. He's got like netting around everything.
You know exactly what you're talking about.
my
And
God,
Yeah, and he's got shit on the ceiling and shit in a case like
And
you
it's
can't even get back.
always
but it's got,
closed.
and it's always closed, and you're like, "Fuck!" There's like a werewolf thing back there that I want, and you're like, "Motherfucker's not open."
Where are you?
And yeah, and you go inside, and Darren, who's owner of Collingwood Comics, like, I've never seen the guy. Like, all right, well, okay. Then you go around, and
It's the Collinswood Lost and Found.
it's actually he's like the Phantom of Collingwood. He's like Bad Ronald in fucking like Ducks.
You know
He's like,
the Phantom of the Opera theme. The da, 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 da. He has the exact same theme, except it's played on one of those shitty flute recorders. And his mask is cut in half.
How about
It's
a keytar?
broken. It's a keytar. Next time you go through Collingwood Flea Market, make sure you look out if you hear a keytar. Run.
Yes.
Or run to the stand that is not open because he is there.
And there's another guy that actually, because nobody knows where this fucking guy is. I've asked many times.
He was the one in the porta potty.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Actually, I
With a
think
note,
was a
it just
lady.
said, "Don't touch my stuff."
Yeah. No, that's horrible. Oh my goodness.
Oh wait, now I got a horror movie idea. On
Which
him,
probably
it said, "Don't touch my stuff." So they all locked up his little stand in Collingswood, and then some idiot touches his stuff.
Or he's like hidden in there.
And of
in his
course,
pile of
it's
stuff.
because it was like some shit he was like protecting the world from. For some reason, like some world-ending shit was hidden in
Oh my God, yeah,
Collingswood.
he had like the Necronomicon or something. Yeah, and he's
Oh
like,
my
don't
God.
touch my stuff.
Evil Dead in a flea market like
Oh,
that?
would be fucking great.
See, I find that hilarious because that works so well in the pantheon already of Evil Dead. Because they did the high rise, they did the cabin. A flea market just makes sense.
Have you ever been to New Egypt Flea Market?
No.
Have you ever driven by New Egypt Flea Market? It's like
No.
537.
No.
537 in like obviously New Egypt, but it's a
Oh no, I
flea
figured
market.
it was in Morris County.
Well, that's nice. It's so it's on this
I
stretch.
learned from the best.
Boy. It's on the stretch of 537. You're driving by, and it's a bunch of little cabins.
What?
Yes, and each cabin is like,
A store?
yeah, it's a store or a junk drawer. Like a huge fucking, like God's junk drawer is what it is. And you go in
God's
there.
junk drawer is
Yeah.
funny. Okay.
So, but I've been there, and it's actually really cool. They've got a couple of toy shops, and a couple of them are like going to Monmouth Emporium or one of the the other antique centers downtown,
Okay.
like those stalls. But imagine that in a store, in a shed, like in a shed about I don't know, yay big, about as big as where the Bluntmobile is down here.
Literally just that little.
Yeah,
Oh crap.
Oof.
how cool would that be?
Cool because you definitely know there's some treasure in there.
Yeah.
Not cool because no.
You're not
Plus,
leaving.
you're
Just-
you're one with the junk now.
yeah, you walk in and you become part of it. It's like,
You try to walk out
you
for
know
whatever
you're
reason
for
the door
sale.
won't open, but then for some reason you just see, why is there a price tag on it?
yeah, and you're like, oh shit, ow, somebody just pinched me.
I'm worth a lot more than $5.99. God damn it! What the fuck is the lore of these flea markets that we're coming up with? Oh my god! I like it though, because now this sounds like such an outlandish, like weird, fun adventure book, and it's all because Merlin decided to call New Jersey his home.
You might, how fucking cool would it be if like Choose Your Own Adventure Merlin book from Jersey?
Well, Mike,
Thousands of years later,
let me ask you, how was Collingswood? I mean, would you consider it bad? Like, just meaning like just how
it's the trauma of malls.
Yeah.
Yes,
Would you say, was it?
like U.S. Flea Market one, like the U.S. one flea market. Was it better than this? A little bit because it was bigger.
Right. So, did you still, like, when you were going as a kid, did you still have these like crazy creatures from the night that would just go and
fuck yeah.
just walk?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, so Collingwood has always been just
Freak
kind of
Central?
freak
Yes.
central.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Englishtown in a lot of ways is like a half a step up.
Oh my god.
Just a half.
Seriously, because you're talking about dirt malls, and
Yeah.
that's a different mentality than a comic shop or like any one of the shops around here.
So I'm now remembering something me and my buddies did that is just the funniest thing in the world to me, because we're talking about Collingwood. Friggin' the first feature film script I ever wrote was a stoner comedy called Three and a Genie, and it was about three friends who find out that their bong is home to a genie. I will make that eventually. Don't fucking steal that idea. But the place that they get the magic bong was Collingswood Flea Market.
Of course,
Because we were
sold
like,
by Merlin.
literally, no, I'm not even kidding. That's what it was. He sold bongs out of a parked VW bus that when they went back to be like, this is weird, it was gone.
Yeah.
I love that now because, like, even back then we were like, that just makes sense. Like, you would buy a magical bong at Collingswood Flea Market.
Because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? So, oh my god, because I'll never even forget the guy that we wrote his name that would sell the bong, Dr. Dank. Dr. Dank was actually Merlin in disguise.
Yeah, exactly. Because Merlin will be whatever you need him to be.
At the very moment that you need him most. He'll give you a bong with a genie in it. I love
That's
that.
what you need. Yeah, I know what you need.
Here's a bong with a genie. I don't need this particularly, but thank you.
Yeah.
It is done. Drives away in his beat up VW van.
Just fucking belching out smoke and Latin.
Literally. That was how it would be like he opened the door. Like our characters pull up to Collingwood and it was closed except for this lone VW bus with smoke billowing out of it. So they walk up, knock on it, it opens up, and just he emerges from the fog.
Like slides out.
No, literally, like we wrote it like he was waking up from out of a coffin. He was like, "Have you summoned me?" Oh my god!
I know what you need.
With a free Melissa Milano DVD.
With every purchase, yes.
Oh man! If you guys ever roll through Jersey, like people who are watching, you should check it out.
Oh
It's
my
an
God,
experience.
insane. Even if it's not open, you should just go and
Just
knock on the VW van. Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
And what's even more fucked up is that right next to it is a motel.
Oh my god, the sketchiest
motel. Because you know that
people have died there. People have been murdered there.
no, you know that. Hey, you know what, Kyle? You can get your prostitute there. You know you can.
Yeah. Oh my god! I used to deliver pizza to that motel because I used to work.
No
at,
way.
I used to work at Bruno's. Do you know Bruno's Pizza?
No.
Bruno's Pizza in Farmingdale was like the elite pizza shop there for a couple of years. They sold it off, but I just delivered pizza, and we used to get orders there. And
I'm trying to think how far away Farmingdale is. That's 5 miles.
it's like 5 minutes from where Bruno's was.
And
We worked right along that main road.
And
right by
Englishtown Flea Market is like 5 minutes from Farmingdale. So the Collingwood is 10 minutes away from Englishtown.
Yes.
Yeah, let's say yes. Which is messed up because it shouldn't be. But why would you have 2 flea markets within like spitting distance of each other?
We're talking about why one chaotic
one
flea market is there, but why have one when you could have 2?
Why have one chaotic evil when you can have 2 chaotic evils?
Yeah, that are so close to each other that they become chaotic neutral.
They become the Hellmouth. Is essentially, I'm assuming that Bruno's Pizza is the Hellmouth because it's got to be.
I mean, no, I had some good experiences there. They were cool, but like we always hated delivering to that motel because every time I would park my car there, I would always literally I always felt like I had to take my keys. Always took my keys with me. Like I always had that feeling that around the corner there was just somebody watching. And anytime someone would open the door, it was the skeeviest looking person. And the rooms always smelled like it was awful. Hated delivering.
What did they smell like?
You know, like picture the worst cigarette smell, throw in body odor, like just a concoction of
smell
awful.
Like a bum's nutsack soaking in bong water.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. That's a little too accurate. Good for you, Zapsik, because I did not. Oh my god!
Dude, back in my drinking days, I used to sleep in those places.
Oh my god, dude!
Wake up and you're like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And here's the thing: I get it. People go through shit, and those are the places you go when you got nowhere else to go. But like we would deliver pizzas there, and they would always order like $40 or $50 worth of food to $2 in tips and like stuff like that. So it was never the fun place to deliver. However, when you would occasionally go bring some breakfast over to Collingwood, it was always fun because you walk through the aisles, people are like, yo, you're from Bruno's. It was always a good time. I loved delivering pizza. It was such a simple job. But that motel invented the word sketch. Oh my god!
Oh my god! And how sad does your life have to be if you're gonna live there for more than a night? So you're like, oof.
You know how bad it was? Whenever if I were ever at Collingwood on a sunny day, anytime I'd look over at the motel, it'd be gray skies over there for some reason.
Oh yeah.
But then the minute I look back at Collingwood, there's sun and sunshine
and power
lines. But then over there, there's just gray clouds for some reason.
It's
it was
like
always
the Addams
weird.
Family. You like look over there, and it's like you see Gomez just walking around with a fucking shovel over his shoulder.
You see some dude in a long wig walking around with a knife, and I'm just like, Norman Bates?
Maybe.
Relocate. Everyone's just relocating to Jersey. Norman Bates, Merlin. Like this is, and it's all within the vicinity of Collingwood Flea Market.
Well, Jason lived here, so I mean, he probably gave us a good Yelp review. So.
Oh God.
But anyway, today and we had fun. So we will be going back and we'll podcast from there.
Oh, that'd be dope.
But today
I'll get up early in the morning.
Nice. So it was actually really great. Today we had Joe Prado, artist extraordinaire from Brazil. He's going to be up at Terrificon. But I had him in here today. He and Michael White. You know Michael White.
Yeah. Oh, Michael was back.
Michael was here.
Oh, sweet.
Michael's a great guy. Michael's a good friend. Michael actually got us to go to Scotland.
His comic was dope that he brought last time because he was here before fairly recently. No, Michael
White.
Oh no, I'm
no. You're thinking of Michael.
But I do know
Michael Schwartz.
I'm thinking of Michael Schwartz, but Michael White was
Michael White. He pretty much Mike White, Mike Off White. he reps a bunch of artists.
There you go.
So yeah, so he's got the boys from Brazil, Mike
Boys back in
McCone,
town.
yes,
Dope.
Mike McCone, and they're all
I saw the photos. I saw him worshiping the buddy
Yeah.
Christ. I always love
I
that
love
stuff.
Joe. Joe's just he and I have so much in common. It's like so cool. We're gonna be he
You
wants to
pen
be
pal
guest.
buddies?
Yeah, we're gonna be pen pal buddies. He wants to be on the podcast. I asked him. And he said,
More than welcome. Roll through, man. In person or digital? It'd have to be.
We'll have to Zoom him from Brazil, but I'm sure he'll have fun.
How long was he stateside?
Just until Monday, I believe.
Ah.
So
I was gonna say maybe we could do like a pre-record interview type thing. We never do that.
I know.
We could do like 20 minutes of like a virtual thing and then be like, here's the interview we recorded. Boom.
And then we're out of here.
Yeah.
And then we'll record our. Hey, thanks so much for watching, folks. And we're getting.
It'll be totally live for
Yeah,
the secret stat.
We're sort of live. But
We'll cross out live, sort of live,
Sort of live.
wrote-
Just put
written
one
on a
of those
P-pad.
umlauts up there, sort of live. Yeah, and we'll do it on a P-pad. Exactly. That'd be good. But yeah, they were great. We had a blast today. He did some commissions, and they were spectacular.
I'm not surprised.
Josh Mundell got one.
Ooh.
Yes. He asked for Adam West Batman. So yeah, I'll show it to you afterwards.
A man of
Actually,
taste.
here, I'll show you. I'm just showing him, so you don't have to be jealous that he's seen it. You saw it. I took a picture for him and sent it to him.
Oh my God.
Isn't that beauty?
That's dope.
Look at that.
Oh my God, the line work is incredible.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. And I didn't know that Joe taught virtually up at the Kubert School.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
It's a small. Oh, why'd I do
Yes.
that to myself?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
It's a small world.
Yeah.
I see
It's
it.
a small world after all.
Oh, damn. And we were going to talk about that. But, folks, fuck the suits because this is your fuck the suits
It's
segment.
It's fuck the suits, but it's mainly fuck the Disney suits.
I was like,
Making
wow,
some poor decisions.
that was really a horrible
Have you
decision.
heard
Jack
about
did.
any of these things? So for those who are not in the know, of course Disney is like, yeah, we're gonna announce some like new Monsters Inc. land, which I'm like, all right, cool. But then people started asking where it was going, and we found out where. They're getting rid of Muppet Vision 3D. They're getting rid of that. They're getting rid of a whole bunch of different rides to repurpose all that type of shit, and then just making poor decisions of that, shady lawyer practices. That was the one Jules shared with us, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
Like,
here-
how can
here's
you be
for
so
those not
shitty?
not
I'm
in the
sorry.
know. Essentially, a woman died at Disney World. Was it Disney World or Disneyland?
it was her husband, and it was Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney
Okay.
World.
Her husband died.
Well, they died on Disney property. They died on
Okay.
Disney property.
Okay. And she was going to sue because they didn't do
It was
anything.
an allergic reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, she was going to sue over an allergic reaction. Her husband had died. And then Disney, trying to find a loophole out of the fucking lawsuit, figured that, oh, the husband had actually signed up for Disney Plus for a free trial. And apparently, hidden within the terms and conditions is a clause that is like, you cannot sue Disney for anything. Because you saw, and now they're trying to be like, well, he signed up, which means can't sue us. And if that ain't the most shady shit,
That is. That's like, hey, guess what? And you know what, folks? Here's the thing. There's a sign in the parking lot at whatever, Fucktown, whatever, wherever you get your groceries that said, we are not responsible for any damage done by carts. That ain't true. Just because somebody says something doesn't make it true.
No.
All right, because if you're negligent, if your carts are, and if you're the kind of shopping center that encourages your clientele to be scumbags and somebody rams into you, you can pretty much take those people to court. You can. Just because somebody says it doesn't make it true. So Disney, there's
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, that is unacceptable.
Like we've talked about slimy shit, but like we've talked about it in the film and TV connection.
This is just in life.
Yeah, and this is not right.
Much
like
worse.
make that right. Like I know you won't, but do it. But I when I saw that, I was just like, man, that is like fuck the suits. Like, can you imagine being like that person who came up with that idea, thinking like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I can go to sleep at night. What? You definitely shop at Collingswood. You're not good enough for Collingwood.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're good for Collingswood Flea Market. Go to there.
Oh yeah, go to that Collins.
Yeah, not Collingwood. Stay away. Those are for genuine, awesome weirdos, not fucking suits.
Yeah, you should go to the 50-cent store, not the dollar store.
50
cent
cents.
store, fucker. So,
I think that's the fuck. Listen, man. The reality is that the fuck the suit segment can go on endlessly.
Oh
Like,
my
there's
God, yeah.
always some bullshit going on. If anything, I actually have a praise the suit moment, which is kind of rare.
no way.
Because, well, let's be real. Our man James Gunn is a suit now. He's running DC Studios, but they just wrapped on Superman, completed filming, and announced we ain't doing reshoots. We don't need to, because he planned like a proper filmmaker and company should, and they are not now going to. They're not going to have to waste a buttload of money in doing like adjustments, minor adjustments.
Right.
So because now James Gunn planned it out, Superman is looking to be on schedule for next summer.
That's great, and they're not going to be there. There's no one group that's going to be like, this is offensive.
There's always going to be somebody, Mike.
There always will be, but they're not worried about that. They're like, you know what? Hey, fuck it. I don't care. Let's go full steam ahead.
Exactly.
Good for them.
Like, I liked his mentality. He was like, I wrote a script that was complete by the time we were shooting it, which the fact that that's not the norm is a little concerning.
I know, right?
But they wrote a script, was happy with it, went into pre-production, shot the hell out of it, and now it's in post, and it's going to be on time. And by next summer, I get a new Superman movie.
Yeah, I
That's
hope
probably going to have a lit soundtrack.
that's awesome, and I hope that,
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
and I hope
You're
to
not.
God that there's no origin story. We don't need another.
It is.
Superman.
It does not sound like it's going to be.
That's awesome. We don't need another origin story. Superman came from Krypton. Congratulations. It's all we need to know. Thank you.
But now knowing the age of how old Superman is in this current
He's like
timeline,
83,
he's close to my age, which means
like
that
29.
which means Superman's going to have some tunes. Superman's going to have some music to listen to, man. I'm excited to know what Midwestern Superman listens to. Oh, man.
Trying to think, and I
It's a lot of pop punk. It's a lot of rock and roll. Oh, man. But I'm excited for
some
that.
Bob Seger. He's got some Bob.
He's
Seger
got to
in
love
the
some
song.
classic rock
He's
and roll.
gotta love some classic rock and roll. Little Kansas going on.
Oh, come on. Oh, of course.
He would have to have Kansas on his playlist, motherfucker.
If Carry On My Wayward Son isn't in that movie, I feel like that's a massive
Such
missed
a waste
missed opportunity.
Oh my god, yeah, James Gunn. God,
Come on.
we know you're listening.
We know you watch. It's the only truth of this show.
That's right. James Gunn watches. He's like, you know what? My next movie is going to be set at Collingwood Flea Market, even though we claimed it. He's like, I want.
What? Okay. You know what?
Hold back.
This will be the last.
John.
This will be the last question before we go. What superhero could you see having a legit origin story that would come from Collingwood Flea Market?
That would have to be the Troma versus.
No,
Toxic
forget
Avenger.
Tromaverse.
All
If
right.
it had to be DC,
All right,
because
DC.
think about this: James did come from Troma, so
Now,
he's
there you
got
go.
those
Okay.
sensibilities.
Gotcha. All right, how about Swamp Thing?
Perfect. That's perfect.
He's in a meeting with James Mangold, who's helming the Swamp Thing movie. He's like, "All right, guys, so picture this: in a swamp behind Collingwood Flea Market
Yes.
is where Swamp Thing comes from." And this is the location of the movie for the majority of the time.
Seriously, and we've got to get those. I forget stars. Here's what I want. I want two of the most prominent beings in the film, the electric lines. I want them. I want them to be so prominent.
And James is just sitting there like,
This is like printing money. This is like printing money.
Can we blow up the motel?
Oh my god! Oh, can you imagine just a fucking and I'm sure this has happened. A screaming, running creature on fire down
down the highway.
Down the highway. That's probably happened on more than one occasion.
Yes,
And instead of
it's confirmed fact. This has happened.
Instead of them trying to recreate like a longevity serum, they were trying to make meth. Which, again, yes, they have happened down there.
I mean, a supervillain evil lair underneath Collingwood makes sense because upstairs you then have access to literally anything you would need.
Exactly.
You need some electronics, you go to the laptop guy. You need some food, you go to the fucking hot dog stand, get a Subway sandwich. You're good. You're all right.
Hot dogs. Who wants some hot dogs?
Do you need parts and pieces of miscellaneous anything? You are literally in the right place.
Exactly.
Even grab a comic book grab bag for all he cares.
Bits and bobs. Yes, exactly. Hey, I need motivation. And you pull out there's like 8 comic books in this thing. This is awesome. So yes.
Oh
my God. Wait, you didn't even tell him what the sign we left for that guy when we left Collingswood.
Oh, this is the end bit.
Here we go.
It.
And I will read
the
it
grand
to you.
finale. Okay. So wait, the context. So
So we sold enough to buy.
Jack's
go ahead,
got
Jack.
it. Go
Go.
because Michael pull up the photo.
We like Mike said, we just made enough money to get some breakfast, so we're putting all the books away, putting it in my trunk, and then I just see Mike, and he takes the our $5 sign and flips it over and starts writing on it.
So here it is.
Okay.
So and should I send this to you so you can put it up there?
Yes, do it. Send it to my Gmail. Do you have my email address?
Hold on. I'm
not gonna publicly say it, but while we get that sorted,
hold on. Yes.
were there any other bonus weirdos that you guys ran into that didn't necessarily leave a huge impact, but you were just like, damn, that's a dude.
All right, so I sent this. So it says, to the guy who told us we wouldn't sell anything. Thanks for the advice, but if Eisenhower listened to you, this would be written in German. You fuckwit.
Are you serious?
You take a look.
No fucking way. Oh.
And I know I
fucking love you, Zap.
and I know I spelled advice wrong. That's like that one thing. Everyone has that one grammatical tell.
Oh my God.
So advice and advise for me are like the things I always fuck up. But
you guys ready for this?
Yes.
This is amazing. I would have framed this after finding this. To the guy. Oh my God, it's so good. I would have signed it too. I would have did the whole comic with my signature thing on the side. Oh my God.
He left it right on the table for him.
Left it right on the table.
Oh, that's gonna be fun when you guys go back.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be fun. The Great Collingwood War.
Hey, he shot first. He drew first blood.
He shot over the comic bow.
He drew first blood.
Thank you guys for tuning into
awesome.
another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I have not laughed this hard in quite a minute. So
since last week. So yeah.
No, but oh my God, I'm definitely going with y'all next time.
Oh
that
yeah,
sounds
I think you should.
dope.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun if he tries to pull some shit with me.
Oh my God. There's my
wanna try?
department.
Oh, that's the reveal. Oh, you got some complaints, Christian. You guys shake the table every time I take a step. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. As always, it is a pleasure to enjoy the evenings with y'all. Mike, Jack, thank you guys so much.
Of course.
Thank you for
See
the
you
great
later.
stories. We will see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful night. Peace out.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's the Hella Bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I can show you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing We bringing out the big guns when we coming through.